What's up, guys? It's Lefty here with the play of the day for Wednesday, June 23rd. I wanted to get this video up and out early for two reasons. One being I wanted to beat the line move here on the play of the day game. Also, there's a 1 p.m. game I have circled. Almost made it the play of the day. I'll discuss that game briefly at the end. So if you guys don't care about the reasoning and just want the picks, you can fast forward to the end. I'll have both plays posted. The official play of the day game, and then the other game I really like. First up, the official play of the day matchup, 7-10 start. We got Bo Sox Rays. The righty Garrett Richards will deal for the Sox, and the crafty veteran left-hander Rich Hill will go for the Rays. I like this one to go over the total of 8.5. Last night's game between these two teams combined for 14 runs, and if you look at the numbers, it probably should have been closer to 20 runs. 15 base runners were stranded. The Rays alone went 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position. Now, if I had to bet on it, I would bet that this total doesn't move to 9, but it's definitely trending that way right now. Pinnacle, which is considered one of the sharper books, opened this total up at 8.5 last night. Within an hour and a half, it adjusted up to 8.5 with plus money to bet the over. As you can see on the line history, it's gradually costing more money to bet the over. If this continues, a move to 9 could happen. And remember, we've talked about the importance of 9 and wanting to be on the right side of it. 9 is somewhat of a key number in baseball. It's a common final score. Games tied 4-4 typically will end on 9. So that's why I wanted to make sure to get this game out early, while 8.5 is still the widely available number. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here for the Sox. Garrett Richards. His numbers are greatly benefiting from a few quality starts in May. So if you look at the very bottom column, his overall 2021 season numbers, you'll see a decent 4.36 ERA, a 1.61 whip, with opponents hitting 290 off him. But if we look at the more recent starts and his total numbers in the month of June, we're starting to see some regression. In June, he has an ERA of 5.75, a whip of 1.92, and opponents are hitting a whopping 349 off him. This is the recent form he brings into this game here. We see a similar downward trend with Rich Hill's numbers. At the very bottom column, we see overall 2021 season numbers, which are decent, but if we look at his recent starts in June, we see some regression as well, which I expect those June numbers to continue. Rich Hill has been quoted and talked about running out of gas lately in starts, and those aren't exactly confident quotes, and he's going to have to face one of the better offensive teams in the league. If we look at just overall hitting this season, Boston is in the top 5 in almost every meaningful category. They have a 758 OPS. OPS, we should all know by now, is a great way to measure a team's offense because it takes the on-base percentage and combines it with slugging percentage, which is basically just how well a team gets runners on base and how well they hit for power. These hitting numbers we see here for Boston, they actually improve slightly if we look at just the numbers versus left-handed pitching, which is who they'll face today. So we know Boston can put up runs, but it takes 2 to tango for overs. It's not good enough if only one team can score. And we know Tampa Bay is around league average overall, but if we scratch the surface a bit and look a little deeper, the Rays are actually near the top of the league if we look at hitting against right-handed pitching, which is who they'll face today. Now, this list is sorted by weighted runs created plus, so Tampa Bay is ranked higher, but Boston is still a better offensive team if you account all metrics. You can see Boston has better numbers in all columns besides the WRC plus metric. But all that really matters is both teams are strong offensively in this particular matchup. In the month of June, Tampa Bay has an average of 4.5 runs per game. Red Sox in June have an average of 5.1 runs per game. So let's just hope they continue to do what they've been doing, and we should see this game get to 9 runs easily. So let's go ahead, lock this one in. Over Rays, Sox, 8.5 for the official play of the day. Now, there's another game I really like today. It's in the Cards versus Tigers matchup with Gant and Manning. You guys in the Discord community probably have heard me talk a lot about Gant and how he was atop my list for regression. His numbers have made no sense, and now sure enough, regression has smacked him. Gant's allowed 8 runs in his last 7 innings. He still has a 3.50 ERA. compared to his 501 FIP. Gant also leads the league in walks. He's got a 15.8 walk rate. I expect his struggles to continue. As for the Tigers, they got their 2016 overall top draft pick, Matt Manning, who looked good in his major league debut last week against the Angels, going 5 innings, only allowing 4 hits. The highly touted prospect Manning is going to be making his first home start. Detroit has the better bats, the better pitcher, and they're home underdogs. Just sign me up every time. It's not going to be an official play of the day game, but I like it enough to highlight it in this video, so that should say something. That's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys crush it today and sweep the board. And as always, may all the calls go your way.